Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome to Dream Engine's Nomad Cities. This is a brand new early access release from Suncrash. Just came out today. Be sure to check this one out because it looks really interesting. It is a combination of so many other games, but it's a city builder with survival aspects, heavy survival aspects. And it's a city builder in the way that Factorio is a city builder. This reminds me so much of playing Factorio, but there is one particular aspect of this game that makes it very unique from other titles that I'm really excited. I've played just a little bit as it came out this morning to get used to it, kind of got my way through the tutorials, so I have the basics on how to play, and then I'm already going to be stepping up the difficulty levels, so let's hope that I don't find myself dead quite quick, but we'll give it a shot and have some fun with this one. One thing I absolutely love about this game is that it offers a wide array of preset difficulties, but then it's all customizable to how you want to play. The game starts with still learning and or forgiving as kind of your entry point, and that's what I did with the tutorial, but I think I've got the hang of it enough so that we can step it up. Now, your standard difficulty is supposed to be challenging, and then things just kind of pick up with intensity from there. I'm not quite ready for that level just yet, but we are going to pick up the difficulty in terms of how quickly you progress, and we're going to go with the economic challenge. But then I'm going to customize it just a little bit by expanding the map. That gives us a score multiplier of 190%, and then you'll unlock some things if you can accumulate a score going forward. And we're all set. There's two primary game modes. In one game mode, we have our robot Tiny, who we always manage. And in this game mode, we are set to fight and go out and gather resources. So we have a basic melee option, we have a ranged option with the crossbow. In the other mode, it is a build mode, so from here I cannot do any combat, no left right click actions take place, but we do have a number of build options for our city. What we're going to need to get everything going is we need people, and we're going to need resources. To get us started, we're going to build a few houses and get food delivered to them, which does put us at a deficit. We're going to need to build farms. In order to do that, though, we need more basic resources. The primary basic resource that we're missing at the moment is wood, so we're going to have to go out to find that. So we're going to get out of the build mode. We're going to have to go start exploring. Now, these areas in green surrounded by the bushes are areas that we cannot access, and so we have kind of a basic area by area map to follow. They don't necessarily notice you right off the bat, but the moment you go aggro on one of them, the rest are going to go aggro on you. So you can't just stand back and pick them off one by one. And wow, I've already gotten those guys' attention, and they are coming that long way around, which means they're going to reach the base before they would reach me. So we better go head them off. Interesting, though, that we have not seen those guys yet, so I'm not sure where exactly they ended up heading to. Continue around. What we're looking for, I believe, is very nearby to where we are right now. And yes, there it is. That's what we're looking for. That is going to provide us with wood. Now we'll have to clear out the vicinity to build in the area, so we're gonna have to clear these guys out. Ooh, we also found some other stuff nearby, which I have no idea what that is. Hey, go away. Leave me alone. I need to go into my menu real quick. No ability to repair myself just yet without the tutorial being active. what I do have now is an available resource. So let's go back into the regular build menu and let's get these guys coming out. And we're going to bring it back to base. And I think this is probably going to be a good place right about here. Alright, that's going to begin to supply us with wood. You can see meanwhile we are beginning to heal up a bit by bit over time. And it's going to take a little bit of time before we have enough wood. So I'm going to go out and do a little more adventuring. I saw this stuff down here and I'm curious as to what it is. So we're going to go forth into here and find out. Scrap for resources, or we're able to craft once. Interesting. Assuming though that this is all, yeah, nice collectible stuff. And melee works a lot better than I expected it to. Ranged is nice, but once they get close, melee works a treat. Alright, we should have a fair amount of wood now, so that's going to allow us to resume some basic building. And let's get back into that now. For one thing, let's get another house in. And now we can start supplying some food. Because, yeah, the food supply continues to dwindle down. Now, one of the big keys about this game is you have a city that is on the move. You have a city that's not stationary. It's stationary at the moment, but you see this city can and will fly away when we need it to, and that is that unique feature about this game. But what is outside of it on the dirt around, it's left behind when you take off. The longer you stay in an area, the more the threat level increases and the more attacks will come, and the more it's going to force you to go off. And so you have this ability to take off and leave an area behind, but you can only carry so much weight and you only have so much fuel, and you have to manage the both of those things. And we've now hit a village level, which has unlocked the research lab, so we've grown rather quickly, but we still need a whole lot of things. Now, most of these things are supposed to be done off the edge of the city, these easy low-level things anyway. But for now, what I'm going to do is two farms. And then the reason why I needed to move it was I was forgetting there's one more step. We got to process it. That's the food plant. Put that as an input. So there's the raw food going in to get processed. And then we're going to have that coming out and going into there. And there's our food production. So now you can see we're now gaining food instead of losing food. So good to go on that front. Now, at the moment, if we took off, that would go with us. Eventually, that's something we'll move off and we'll do on the side every time we get to a new location. We will produce that on our own. But if we have to take off early, well, we'll be good to go. We'll have what we need with us in the short term. I think we're going to need power. We're going to need a good bit of it. And likewise, this is something that will be built off the structure, but for now, let's put that one on. Let's go ahead and add one more then, and we'll put it off. Ooh, I can't do that. Well, fine. We'll put it here, I suppose. And we're going to need some power around, so let's go ahead and start laying that down. What am I doing on resources? So we have plenty. Also looks like we've found something. Oh, I gotta get out of that mode. All sorts of little goodies down here, and all sorts of baddies over here. Collected some random resources from right there. Helped clear nearby. Oh, there was also something down here. You can see from the mini-map. Looks like another tree type resource. Yes, it is. That'll come in handy. What will not come in handy is the fact that we just happened upon two groups at once. These guys are going to give me a bit of a hard time. I do not want to venture forth for a little bit without repair kits. I'm going to have to start producing those, but that's going to take a little while to get sorted. Okay, food's good. Wood is good. Have we found stone yet? We have not, but looking at the mini-map, that might be stone right over here. So that's another thing we need to get on with. We're already in recovery mode, so yes, there is stone right there. Ooh, threat level increase. Gotta clear the area. Grab all the goodies. Alright, sweet. Now, build mode. And that's going to give us stone now. Looks like we're going to need to go down this way to do what we need to do. Also looks like we have a nice build area through here. Okay, stone workers. We'll grab 1 and 2. And that's going to start making crushed stone, which is going to add that next resource, basic building resource that we need. With that threat level 1, it looks like we do have the threat of invasion coming, which means we better start preparing our defenses. So wooden turrets. Okay, we don't have a lot of planks. It's not getting produced terribly quick. Oof, enemies nearby. Okay. Get one there. Oh, here comes our attack as well. It's already on its way in. Here they come. So we got one tower. So bigger, stronger you get, or just simply the longer that time goes on, the more attention you receive. And so instead of just going out and venturing and finding them, they come after you. And here you go. Second wave incoming. We will head them off. Now retreat back, get help from the tower. First 2 waves of attack have been thwarted. Meanwhile, we are now coming up just short on power, so let's go ahead and address that. Power generator, and like the other one, I'm going to put this on the city map. Eventually we might move it off when we go to a future place and we need space or have weight issues, but for now I think we're ready to put down our first flux vats as well. This is producing the flux, the purple stuff. It's kind of your economy. I don't know, it's the goo that makes you go. I don't need output for those, they just produce. Which actually means I can move those. Like I said, I've only gotten just as far as the tutorial. And only slightly beyond. Now redoing everything a second time plays out a little differently. Okay, looks like we're not producing wood terribly fast, so why don't we go ahead and make another. We're down to 3 workers though, so we are going to need some additional houses. So the obvious thing to do is put 2 more in right up here. Wow, out of resources already. Planks. Well, that'll get us one more for now anyway. We just increased production there. You can see we're already outputting a bit more than we were. So I'm adding something called a tar extractor, which then has to get the tar extractor is used to feed a research lab, which is allowing us to then begin research and get more technology. It's going to take 8 workers. Right now we have 5, so we're going to need another house. It's also going to take a fair bit of energy, and right now we barely have a +5. So we need more power, we need another house, and we're still short on planks. Even with 3 of those guys, we're still well short of where we need to be. So I've added another food farm, another house. It's going to increase a couple of those things that we needed. Another power generator, and a 4th wood warper. All upping our production values, but also upping the threat level, now at level 2. Research lab. Still short. We need 4 more workers. But we are increasing, or are we? No, we are capped at 40. How am I capped at 40? I have 6 houses. I thought each one gave us 10. Oh, no, it only gives us 5. Once we have what we need, now we do have 8 workers. So that just about does it. There's the wood. Okay. I don't know if you can go direct, but we'll find out. You can always move it. I'm going to turn that back on. And then we will make a link. No workers. And also not getting the resources we needed, so we need to have the output input. There we go. Now that's going to go in directly. Running out, and we've got 2 more attacks incoming. So the dreps are coming. Can't afford a house just yet, so never mind that for the moment. Let's go handle the defenses. If I can, I'll try to draw them towards the tower that I have. So far that's working out well. Alright, that worked for that one. Let's see if we can go get this next one and, again, bring them to us. Alright, we survived our second attack. Alright, now we still have both a power issue, and then we have a population issue, worker issue. So let's try to address that. Back to the build mode. That's because the 4 of them have caught up to our output, which I'm guessing our output is probably, it's not infinite. Once it hits a certain level, it goes half production rate. So it still produces infinitely, but it produces at a half rate, which means we need more. And oh look, there's more. Let's go ahead and clean this up. Oh, hello guys. I didn't know you were still out here. Alright, double the input. Should definitely increase the output. That also made another worker. So yet another issue with the lack of population. But we are ready for that next house. And that'll get us 5 more workers. That'll get us at least back to level. But the power issue needs to be addressed. Power generator. Okay. No research selected. Yeah, now that we have some workers. Let's go ahead and select our first research. Processing. We have a workshop. Crystal miners. Starwood. Needed for upgrades. Starwood's actually the easiest one, but let's go ahead and go with the DREP processing first. And research has now begun, or at least when workers are available. I love these cute little workers, by the way. This guy with his little hard hat. City core level 2 is available. What can we do with that? Worker capacity, engine fuel capacity. Those are all good things. We just need more stone than what we're getting. Might not be a bad thing to make a third, except for we don't have workers. And our first research is complete. Hooray, hooray. We've made some progress. We've learned to do some things. Alright folks, well there is our first look into this game. We've got the first research done. This is just the beginning. We're just getting going. But I'm really excited by this one. It's such a fun little game. Like, comment, subscribe, because I am planning on turning this into a Let's Play series, and that's going to make a huge difference on that YouTube algorithm and what happens going forward. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.